I know you guys are saying, Walter, what did you do? Actually, not that much. I have had a look at this, and after some very careful contemplation and stuff, I think I'm going to turn these middle panels here. Yeah, I was just getting the smoker going. As the same color cream as what we have on the side. And I think that's going to look really sharp. You saw earlier in one of the earlier videos the nasty rippling I had going on there. So I redid a bunch of the primer to try to thicken up the paint and stuff. And then there was still a couple of patches I was not happy with. So I just took some glazing putty and just did a very thin coat. I'm going to be sanding that off and then probably start doing some taping and some more primering on both these sections and prepping for painting. And while I'm doing that, my daughter, who I love to death, pointed out to me that you can see a couple of spots. The spot right underneath the filler cap is really quite obvious. And the spots on the door are actually more obvious than I was trying. You could almost see it right there. Right there. Yeah, it's focusing on my finger. And so, and yeah, these fenders are not on. I have one bolt in each one, just kind of holding it in place just to get an idea. So anyway, that's what it's kind of going to look like when it's all said and done. I think that looks really sharp. So I'm going to repaper this side, which won't take very long. I'm going to paper all around there and just prepare for what I need to get done. I'll probably set you up and let you idle away here, probably put you on some kind of time lapse and see if I can't make this happen. Number one son, well actually it's my second son, but he's giving me a hand. We're sanding the fenders and I'm just doing that just to, you know, like I said, I haven't painted before, and so this has been a new experience. We're hitting it with 1000 grit and then 3000 grit, and it's actually polishing up real nice. I'm not disappointed in how it works, and yeah, it's just, you know what, I just totally enjoy working with my son, having him around. It's one of my passions, always has been, to be able to work alongside my kids. Never have had quite opportunity enough to do it. And yeah, he's, like I say, he's wet sanding. First of all, he's hitting it all with 1000 grit. And he's hitting it, and then, yeah, I'm getting a chair, because I'm fat. And I'm going to be adding the water, and he's going to be, you know, we're wet sanding it all, and then we wipe it down, and then we're just going to buff it up. And I've done it with a couple of the spots, and it actually turns out really sharp. And I'll be showing you some of the finished product. Eventually, not completely in this video, but in the other ones. Just wiping it up, and yeah, even with that, you can start to see it's starting to look pretty good. We're rolling right along. This is where we're at right now. Obviously got a little bit cleaning up to do on some of the paint. Not too bad. Soon I'll be bolting the fenders on. Yeah, those red speckles are just, they'll come right off. Nothing to worry about. But what I am concerned about is I got a couple of these and no idea why they're there. They're like there was something underneath that forced, you didn't allow the paint to adhere, but you guys I don't know if you saw me, but I sanded, wet sanded, rubbed it down with alcohol, and now I still have something like that. So a little bit of a concern, but I'm sure we'll sort that out. You know, like I said, it's not going to be a perfect paint job. It'll look shiny, and that's that's all we really want, is something to look shiny. I'm going to clean up a little bit of the paint. There's a couple of rough edges, but that's not a problem. I can do that. So, some of these rough edges really are just, the masking tape isn't all off yet, so I'll take care of that. And what I'm working on right now, though, is that drip. So I'm hitting it with 400, and then I'll hit it with 1,000, and I'll hit it with 3,000, and I'll hit it with rubbing compound and buffing, and see if I can bring a beautiful shine out of that. So that's kind of where we're at right now. And really high tech, just a chunk of wood with a little bit of 400 grit on it. It's come down quite a ways and get a little bit wet. It's almost completely gone. Unfortunately, the paint's starting to come through a little bit, so I'll touch that up. But yeah, it's coming. And we'll see how I can do with rubbing and stuff. I'll show you it in a second, okay? Well, as I shared with you, now's time. I'm doing the buffing. It's the 3,000 grit that I'm using on Orbital sander, and I'm wet polishing it and wet sanding it, and you can tell there's a little bit of a reddish milky color coming off that. That was what kind of splattered up on the front paint job, and so it just wipes off very easy. It's not like it's wet paint. It's just the dust that's coming off. I think the sanding or the wet sanding provides like a lubricant in there. I'm not exactly sure. And if any of you guys know, let me know. I mean, like I said, my very onset, I have some mechanical ability, but the reality is that I've never attempted body shop work. I've never attempted VW work. I've never worked on an air-cooled motor before. So all this stuff is brand new to me. So yeah, after I've hit it with the 3,000, and when I wipe it down, you can almost see yourself in the shine already, and that's even without using any rubbing compound and buffing it. So I'm looking forward to shine that's going to show up when I hit it with the rubbing compound and buff it. But just with the 3,000, I was going, wow, that's pretty good. Now I know why they use it on urethane and stuff like that. It really does shine up and makes it look just fantastic. Again, just lots of water and just squirt it down, and yeah, I'm just using dollar store squirt bottles and a lot of those blue shop rags, and they seem to work really well. Yeah, my mouth is open, so I must be working hard, thinking about what I'm doing and going over it as best as I can. And we're moving along. Again, now this is just, I'm cleaning up on this side. I didn't show all the sanding project, but you can see, just have a look at that shine. Just have a look at that already. It's just, it's really quite amazing how that has turned out. And we're heading around. And I still have to sand along to where the windows are and stuff like that, just a little bit, just to clean that up and make that look really good. But yeah, I'm just yeah, polishing it and wiping it. Again, I've used enough of those shop rags that I'm a little bit amazed how absorbent they are, and I've gone through probably about 5 rolls of them. I mean, not just on this project, but you know, in the last little while. So. Yeah, and there we are. And see, that's a flat surface there, so it's amazing how much dust collected there. And even when I was feeling it, you can feel how rough it was from absorbing the dust when the paint was still wet. So I also hit that with a 3000 grit and cleaned it up, and I'll be hitting it with a buffer also. And I think it's going to turn out really sharp. I think I'm going to be pretty happy with how it turns out. So we're going to be going ahead with that real soon. And just polishing that up real good. And you can just see, even as I go over it now, just with that, just to clean up any of the residue and stuff like that. And yeah, you can just, it's almost like it just polishes it. It's just amazing what it turns out to be looking like. And there it is. Yeah, I know. Just say no to crack. But we try to edit out most of them, but that's just a reality. My belly pushes down further down in the front and my butt's in the back. So anyway, we're moving right along, and I'm pretty happy with the progress that we've made. Again, I just want to thank you guys for the following that I've had, the people who've been signing on. Yeah, I'm already up to 60 subscribers. That's awesome. So again, subscribe and like, tell your friends about it. It's nothing special, but I certainly have enjoyed it. So have a good day.